Then we will crack this Memorial to Genius EOT, draw some cards. Then next turn, we're going to play a little bit of this. All the triggers. Let's go ahead, go to combat. And while they're tapped out, no need to get fancy. That's just Nexus of Fate and do it again. Is that GG? Let's go ahead and swing it anyway, just for the lulz. Oh, come on, bro. What are you... How's it going, y'all? Titans Fan 920, and today we're here with a spicy one. We got a little bit of Field of Yarok, or Sultai Yarok, whatever you prefer to call it. For those of you unaware of Yarok, this is Yarok the Desecrated. It's a 5-mana, 3/5 in Sultai colors. If a permanent entering the battlefield caused a triggered ability, or if a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers additional time. So this works well with Elvish Rejuvenator, 2 triggers, which is huge. Anytime you get Risen Reef triggers down, 2 triggers. Very huge with that card. Cavalier of Thorns, 2 triggers. And then most of all, the whole reason of doing it, this land base looks crazy because we're playing Field the Dead. Everybody's seen Scape Shift, they've seen the power of Field the Dead and what it can do. So getting those additional Field the Dead triggers lets you have the power of doing Field the Dead things without playing Scape Shift directly. So while Scape Shift tries to go off really hard on that combo a lot quicker than we do and do it pretty hard with the Fairy doing an instant speed, that deck kind of suffers in the way that it plays a lot of mopey cards to do that. Not to say it's a bad deck, it just this deck here plays a lot better card quality in my opinion to make this happen. The one Nexus of Fate may look really weird, but you can draw so many cards with your deck, it's kind of insane. So Nexus of Fate just prevents you from decking yourself, and if it comes down to the top deck thing at the end when you have so many zombies out and you just need to get that final push through, just Nexus of Fate will loop and attack until you get that dub. But this is the deck, this is what we got. Sideboard here, this is all Jeff Hoogland's list, by the way. So anybody who's a big fan of him or not a fan of him, this is him that made the list. And it's been a lot of fun to play with what I've got to play with it so far, and watching him play, it's been a blast. But this is what we got. Let's take a look at some games. Let's get to it. Let's go. All right, so we're here for the first game against Ultivanast. People, y'all got weird names on here. Opener. So if I had a green source or a blue source, this would be like, we are on the draw though. I can turn to a Grazer into another thing. I'm gonna mulligan that though. We can just do better. This is a lot better looking here to me. As far as what we mulligan, this is actually a tough one because we got some pretty good stuff here. I'm afraid it may just be Yarok here that we bottom. I think so. I really want the rest of these more than I do Yarok, I think. So here, let's throw Grazer down. I was actually going to get another blue source too, and almost missed on that one. Let's throw Field the Dead here, pass the turn. Next turn, we can play us a Risen Reef. Temur, so some Temur Elementals here. We'll see how this matchup goes for us. We'll both be doing elemental things, to some capacity at least. That, into the battlefield. So this one we'll have to watch out for their Big Chandra. Big Chandra could be an issue to this deck, faux show. They're shocking. They're playing a Risen Reef of their own. Cavalier, not too shabby. Oh, so we can't play Cavalier yet. We only got the 2 green sources. So instead, we will Risen Reef. So now we'll have that coming up soon. Unfortunately, we don't have another green source to Growth Spiral here, but it's okay. Next turn, we'll start getting these Field the Dead triggers off, which should be pretty sweet. How could you, Yamnath? This is your elemental brother. Wah! So they're playing the more aggressive version of elementals, which is interesting. We'll see which was the better deck here. I'm not really seeing this version pop around too much, honestly. And he's getting to swing in with the Risen Reef. Can't block that. So what I'm going to do is play this first. That way if we find another land, then I can play Field the Dead instead of the Swamp. So, place a Woodland Cemetery, Field the Dead trigger. We will play as Field the Dead, trigger. And I think we go ahead Yeah, let's wait on this Risen Reef before we disfigure that. Go ahead and pass the turn. If he tries to play any elemental, then we'll probably just disfigure that Risen Reef, though. Yeah, we can't let him get double triggers here, so let's go ahead and kill this boy. We're kind of hoping they just brick on lands here. We gotta get that go wide strategy started up. Not a bad one, though. They got some good blockers here. They got big butts. Ooh, baby. So, let's play us another Field of the Dead. Trigger, trigger, trigger. This is where Yarks would be very nice to have in here. So, I think there's no problem with me really attacking in. Okay, well, they got to have value there. Gonna start attacking, and this is the thing, is like, they can do a lot of stuff here, but every land drop we have start making 3/2/2 zombies. They have no good attacks there. So, for what we bring in here against them, Noxious Grass will kill about everything in the deck, so we'll bring that in. I could bring in an Unmoored Ego, but there's nothing they have that's too terrible there that I'm really afraid of. I guess Risen Reef is something. I mean, I'm not acting like that's not a big deal. Ceratops could also be good here because they have a lot of red stuff here, or a lot of blue. They have Risen Reefs, they had Omnath that's good protection from. I just don't know if we really want that, though. They still didn't get to see a good portion of what we're trying to do here. They didn't see I don't think they've seen the Yarks, which is cool. So as far as what we take out, I guess on the draw, the Grazers aren't that great. I may actually want to take one more out and put another Disfigure in there. That kills the Elemental, the one mana pump guy. This also kills any Risen Reef. And actually any kind of Risen Reef removal is probably something we want. So I'd probably rather have that than an Assassin's Trophy. Let's roll with this and see what we got, though. It's game 2 against Ultivanast. We will be on the draw again. Not having a mulligan this time is pretty cool, though. I think we'll start off with a little Temple of Malady action. And we will definitely keep a Risen Reef on top. Probably Leafkin Druid, a Trailblazer. So here, since I'm not really too concerned about growth spiraling here, I think... Yeah, so there's no way to have 2 black sources untapped. I was going to think about that. I think here we just pass, hold up this Disfigure for a Risen Reef. If they don't play Risen Reef, we'll do the Trailblazer. So here... We'll go ahead and do this, even though they're going to get a land from it. That's okay. So next turn we can shock in this Risen Reef. Elvish Rejuvenators, not too shabby here itself. Let's see what we got. Take action on that. We've got all our green sources for Cavalier, should he come down next turn. Probably an Omnath. Of course, it's an Omnath. The good thing here is we got removal for both these creatures. So, that's pretty good. Here, I think we play... Let's see here. So, I definitely want to get this off the battlefield. This is going to be too much value. So, I'm thinking I play the Woodland Cemetery, play this, and then play Noxious Grasp. See what land we find off of this. No lands. Always feels bad. We run 29 lands in the deck, so gotta love when you whiff on those. We gotta go ahead and just do this now before they have a chance to put another land on the battlefield. So pass that there, gain a little bit of life. Probably throw another Omnath down. And then a land. Okay, well, no land. Cavalier. He's a good one. Well, at least he also whiffed on his land, so there is that. Rejuvenator come down. We really need to find a Field of the Dead here, which we do. Tamiyo, what's in that graveyard that we can get? A Risen Reef? I think Tamiyo is probably good here. So we'll pass the turn here. We don't have good blocks on that Cavalier too good yet. We'll probably still end up growth spiraling here, honestly. And actually, if we growth spiral into a land, it's possible we can get a good block there to kill that Cavalier. Though he's just got good things he can bring back too. Stormkin, okay. So now because of our left toe, we may actually want to just take that down. I think I'm okay with a... Just Chumperoonies here, block you there. And then, since he's doing that, we'll go ahead and disfigure it. Make him spend all his mana that way, we just take 2. So here for Tamiyo, let's see what we got in the graveyard. I think we just try to return Risen Reef back to hand here. Let's see here, or... We could get this Noxious Graft to kill this Cavalier of Thorns as well. I think that's probably the play. Let's go to attacks here, since we can't block that Stormkin anyways. Let's see what he's got. So if he's going to send both of those there, we just let her die because she's going to die anyways. This way I'd rather get rid of this on his end step so that way he can't return anything. Yeah, so here let's go ahead and Noxious Grasp this. So he can get back a Omnath or a Risen Reef. We'll see what he chooses. Risen Reef is fine. Yeah, the Risen Reef's like not as big of a deal here because we're starting to outvalue them with these lands now that we start getting these triggers down. So if they're wanting to race, our race is going to start getting pretty reasonable here. So here we will pass the turn holding a Growth Spiral in case they have a big Chandra to minus the board. And if they're playing a Risen Reef, then they're not playing a big Chandra, so that's good for us too. Yeah, at this point I do hope they drop the lands because I don't want them to play anything too big. That's a little annoying. But it's a possibility. Oh, he's going to get a lot of triggers off that. Woo boy. Value Town City for this man. Okay, well he's getting all lands here, which is good for us. He is thinning that deck out really nicely though. Okay, well he didn't draw any gas there, which is probably what he was actually wanting to do this turn. He's got Chumpers for days. Oh, there you go. Yeah, baby. Let's Growth Spiral. Assassin's Trophy. I'm just going to kill a token because that way that's a... doesn't have the option to recur it there. Then here, end of turn, we will kill 2, 3, 4. Yes, we're still not too big of a worries with our life total right now either. We're still winning this race for the time being. Okay, Noxious Grasp was a good one, even though it can't kill anything on this board right now, which is a little bit frustrating. I think we just keep on getting to attacking here. This leaves us dead to a Creep Control Brazier. If he has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, actually that doesn't kill us yet. I mean, if we had to kill our own Rejuvenator to save our own life here, then it's possible we do that. See what he's got. He's thinking about something. So we're down to 5. Land of War Elves. Okay. Feels bad, but we'll take the life gain here. Hello, Risen Reef. Can you draw us some goodies, please? Could be a goodie. So, I think I just swing these two here. Actually, we probably just swing all three. We have a blocker. We're still at 6 life. He's going to be on a much... we got to put him in a position where it's harder for him to attack us. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and Growth Spiral now, so that way if we draw an actual creature to play, then we can do that. Unfortunate. The only time I'll ever say drawing a Cavalier is unfortunate, but let's see if he's got the answer here. Hopefully he doesn't. We will definitely be chump blocking with a Risen Reef, which is something you usually don't want to do. Good thing is a Chandra minus here. Well, they'd have to -1 if they couldn't wipe the board. So let's see what he decides to do. I think we still got this one under control. We got it. So good game one. Sultai Yarok / Field of Yarok beating up on Temur Elementals. So just like that, we're back up to Plat 2. Not that it really matters because the season resets tomorrow, but we did it. Let's go to game 2. Alright. Game number 2 against Galactigo. Or no, Galactigato. Gato is it's an animal, but obviously not today. I'm Spanish, so ignore me. This hand's a bit slow, but the power we have here to ramp up into these double Field of Dead seems kind of incredible. So I'm going to keep it. Definitely not denying this a risky keep, but I think this is one the potential's too good to maybe let this go. Let's see what they got for us. Summit Gilgate Pest turn. One important thing to note is that we have a cat, and they do not have a cat, so that should automatically put us at much better odds than they have right now. Risen Reef, we'll keep another Risen Reef. Faux show. Hopefully we can start getting some double Risen Reef activations off. Also wouldn't mind even if this is like Esper that they thought erasure us and take one of our Risen Reefs, just because it's always fun to play that. Search for Ascanta! Okay. So here, let's pay 2 life. Let's play Risen Reef. Oh, another Field of the Dead. So the potential for something kind of nutty here is happening. I'm assuming this probably gets Othakayed. Prison Ram, okay. Growth Spiral's decent too. So it's Risen Reef here. Take action on that. And then we will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm still gonna Fill the Dead here, even though it's the same name, because we're getting close to having just a bunch of these active and ready to roll. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 names that's active, so we have the possibility of going 6 into 7 here. Ooh, they missed out on a land, which could be big. Let's do some of this first. Can't imagine they want to counter this, but maybe they do. Okay. Interesting. So we do that. I think that let's go Spiral first and see what we hit. Okay. Play this. I guess we just play this now. Just start making the zombie army. It's not really gonna matter too much. They got to find them a land here at some point. Assassin's Trophy could take care of that Prison Realm too. It would ramp him a little bit, but yeah, Teferi is not going to do it here. That's full show. Yeah, that's got to feel real bad. Nexus is interesting. So swing this at them. Let's play Field of the Dead. We have 8. So let's give this one more turn. At the end of their turn, I'm going to Assassin's Trophy their prison. If nothing happens, which seems like it'd be pretty fun. They're shocking. If they play something like Big Teferi, they're just dead. Sure. That's great, actually. Let's see if they got anything else for us. Okay. That's an interesting one. I've seen that. So let's go to end of turn. End of turn, we will Assassin's Trophy. It's prison round. Let's get the boy off this so we can get some more zombies. They're searching. Okay, so end of turn, we Assassin's Trophy, the prison realm. Enter tapped. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Then we will crack this Memorial to Genius EOT. Draw some cards. Then next turn, we're going to play a little bit of this. All the triggers. Let's go ahead, go to combat. And while they're tapped out, no need to get fancy. That's just Nexus of Fate and do it again. Is that GG? Let's go ahead and swing in anyway, just for the lulz. Oh, come on, bro. What do you mean it's illegal attacks? It's because it's too good. So, game 2 against Esper. Game 1 of Esper. Really, really well. Game 2 against the deck. Man, I feel like we want some Veil of Summers in here. I could be going for Kaya's Wrath in this. Probably not a bad idea. Here, Noxious Grass comes in for sure. Ceratops is one we could want, and the control matchup is pretty good. And let's throw... So the things we're afraid of here. Crowded Canarium, Kaya's Wrath. Teferis are annoying, but not really great if they don't have the Kaya's Wrath. I think we just take in 4 of these too. Let's get wild with it. As far as what we want out here, the Grazers, we don't really care too much about that. The Disfigures are bad. A couple of Yarok, because he just dies to their unconditional removal. And gotta take out 3 more cards here. We do want the Nexus of Fate. So the Noxious Grass is doing what the trophy's going to do a lot of times. So I think we actually take out at least one of those, and maybe just 2 Growth Spirals. This like slows down the ramp portion a little bit, but I think we get a better overall suit of stuff to play here against them. So if we get, if we find us a Unmoored Ego, I think the Kaya's Wrath is the first. Actually, we'll just see where we're at when we find it, because we may as well be naming Teferis to start it off with, honestly. Opponent's picking at his nose. I have a nephew who's about to turn 2, and he'd probably think that was kind of funny. Alright, so opponent has finally decided. This hand looks pretty decent. They're taking a mulligan, which helps as well. We can use this Temple Scry for another land, hopefully. They have Mold to 6. Risen Reef will keep. Play this, hold up Noxious Grasp. This can take care of a hero. Cannot take care of Teferi because, you know, super interactive card and whatnot. They miss on a land again. Ouchies. So now the question, do we... I think we just go for the value while they're down. Play Risen Reef. Get another Unmoored Ego. 6. So they're missing out on all the black mana right now, which is pretty interesting. I did forget Assassin's Trophy takes care of that, which is a bit annoying. Keep that on top. Let's... Since they don't have any black mana right now, I think we could play this and start just having a clock on them. They got no way of wiping us right now. They could despark this though. Unmoored Ego. Probably choosing Fill the Dead here. And that's the thing with this deck. Like, Unmoored Ego just destroys like all the Banished Scapeshift decks a lot of time. Because that's like the main win condition. But this one you just have other good cards. You don't have to worry about getting Unmoored Ego quite as much. So they'll take all of our Fill of the Deads, which makes me sad. But makes you feel a little bit better about doing the more better value plays here. So if we can get us a land this next turn, we swing 10 on them, have them down to 8, and they'll have to have a board wipe to deal with us. Pretty good. Alternatively, we could just play... Damn, we're getting... So let's go to text here. So here, I guess I actually just play Sekai's Wrath. Since it's about the only thing they have that's going to be able to kill this. Let's see if they had any in hand. You know, that Liliana's Triumph is actually pretty good. Before I choose the other one, let's take a look at the deck. They got Teferi's, they got Narcisse, Cry the Canarium, Thief of Sanity is interesting. Liliana's, Ashiok. So they definitely... What's in the hand again? Okay. So no more Kai's Wrath for us. And best turn. This will be getting sacked, which is going to make me sad. The good news is, if they don't have a land here, they can't absorb it. Boy, can we just... We can't get a land to save our life here. So now, with looking at their hand... I still think we just played this again, right? I think we do. 29 lands, and we're at 4 lands out of 42 cards. Pretty incredible. Fairy can't do nothing about that. Good news is, even if we miss on a land here... Golly. Okay, so we can still... Noxious Grasp. The Steferi. I don't even think it's doing too much against us, honestly. I'm trying to think. So what could they have that's sorcery speed that's really going to bother us at this point? I think we actually just save that. Because we can... No, I actually don't want to Assassin's Trophy at instant speed probably, so we actually do this now. When they can't counter it. Let's pass the turn. Hopefully end of turn here, I Assassin's Trophy the Prison Realm. Annoying. Boy, if we'd hit lands, this game is over. But they find one of the few ways to get rid of this. I think here I'd rather have the Risen Reef back. Come on, opponent. Good job. Boy. Unreal. So here, I think we Cavalier. That rhymes. Now we're finding our lands. Ceratops is wonderful, though. Definitely leave that on top. And I guess we take a Blast Zone here. Let's do this. I want to have them in position where if they don't have anything great here, they're just going to die next turn. Wait, did we bottom that Ceratops? I think we just did. Yeah, that feels bad. That feels real bad. Othakaya. So they are drawing very well. Man, this one's so frustrating since we were so just missing those lands like that. Now they Teferi bounce. Come on, opponent. You got 4 mana open. Let's just do something with it. Doing this here, I probably try to pump this Blast Zone up to 3. So do that, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll still leave us mana to Growth Spiral. Not that it really matters here. Man, missing this amount of lands is the same. So I guess we Growth Spiral now, while we have the mana to. Put that in tapped. Pass the turn. We gotta try to fight our way through this, and it's gonna be hard. I'm afraid the missed lands have just screwed us up a little bit too much, though. Let them attack. Don't you cry on me, Arena. Yeah, so now they're getting a hold of absorbs. This is so frustrating. Here we'll go ahead and sack this. Play us a Dismal Blackwater. And let's just try to get a Rejuvenator down for now. If they want to counter this, then be our guest. Opponent, hello. Alright. Of course, I got the other Othakaya. Let's just go to the next game. Our time to win this has gone. Super frustrating. So I don't think I probably don't want that. I don't think I want that many Unmoored Egos. I would rather just have an answer in the Assassin's Trophy, but we'll keep the 2 in there and leave it at that. Alright, so they're ready to go here again. Game number 3 against Esper Control. We'll be on the play this time, though. And not a bad hand. Could Unmoored Ego their Unmoored Ego? That'd be kind of funny. Opponent's thinking. Opponent's mulliganing. See what they got. If they mulligan a bunch, I'll probably go with the Risen Reef over the Unmoored Ego just so we can start trying to get that value down a little bit quicker. I imagine turn 4 Cavalier of Thorns is pretty good. See what they got. Galactigato. Is Gato dog? I think Gato's dog. The 1 million minutes later realization here. I believe they're molded 5 right now. Yikes. Bless Zone we probably do want. It's a pretty good card in this matchup. Here we'll play Harbor Pass and pass the turn. See if we get our thoughts erased. Bet you we do. Oh, we do. So at least they're going to make the decision a little bit easy for us as far as which one of these to take. Unless they take Cavalier Thorns, which is also possible. Unmoored Ego, okay. And they bought him another Unmoored Ego. That's interesting. So we'll play this. Play this. Growth Spiral. Not what I wanted to see. Would love to get this. I would love to get this Yarok down with this Risen Reef in play. I assume they're probably going to Fill the Dead here. Or, you know, Unmoored Ego, Fill the Dead. But they just got to Mortify. It's like just got to Mortify. It's still pretty good. Here, we'll just play this. Temple of Mystery tapped. Assassin's Trophy will keep. And pass the turn. On their end step, we will try to do a little Growth Spiral action. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do this here. We'll play this down tapped. Okay. So here we'll go ahead and play our Cavalier since the Yarok's not getting them juicy triggers. And I guess Arch of Orazca is probably just more beneficial in this matchup. We'll get that City's Blessing with this deck decently quick. And we'll pass the turn. Let's see, they got to answer the Cavalier. They are down to 4 cards in hand. Hate that we've not found a Fill the Dead yet, because I'm sure the Unmoored Edge. That's actually not too terrible. We can play our Yarok and then Prison Realm, or we have Blast On. We just Blast On all of this and feel really good. That way we hold the Assassin's Trophy up for a Liliana. So here we have X, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I still have 3 mana to play around with. Yeah, I mean, I think we just pass the turn here. They're at 4 mana and we have all these lands. Hopefully no land from there. Unfortunate. They probably take Fill the Dead here. Yeah, buddy. He's looking through that deck some more, I guess. They're down to 3 cards. Goodbye, Fields. Would have been nice to see you at any point in this game. So let's put 2 charge counters on here to get this boy up to 3. Okay. So it costs 4 mana to do this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Man. Unfortunate. So let's go ahead, sack this. For a... I guess while they're there, for land, it doesn't say tap, so we'll actually pay the 2 life here. That way we can get a Yarok. That way the next Cavalier of Thorns, if they don't have a removal spell here, is going to be huge. They basically got to have Kaya's Wrath here. Okay. So we'll get us a card back with Cavalier. What card do we want, though? Ceratops could be a good one. There's still a 3. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Say we haste out a Ceratops and then hold up Assassin's Trophy. Haste you out. Or actually, I guess we just Elvish Rejuvenator here. Make the most use of their mana here. They can't play anything like a Liliana's turn anyway. We'll gain us a life. Why not? It doesn't really matter at this point. See if they have another Kaya's Wrath in hand. An Unmoored Ego would be pretty sweet too. Do we have one in the bin? That could have been something to go for. Okay, so now I feel stupid not having this Assassin's Trophy held up, but this is just temporary damage right now. And actually, I can just haste this out again, so not even a huge deal there. So let's go ahead and do that. So we can get this out. We're going to swing 6 on him, have him down to 9. We're ramping for him. We're doing that part. Yeah, let's give you haste before anything, because that's the most important part here. Let's go ahead and do this first. I mean, maybe they have like a Tyrant Scorn for this Rejuvenator. They don't have D-Spark held up, which is super nice. Hello? Okay. So we got that. Let's Cavalier down. That way, if they want to wipe us again, then we're getting something back. Throw us down a Breeding Pool. And we'll hold this last card in hand. Leave him in wonder here what we've got. So Kaya's Wrath again. I think we just shift in Ceratops again. At least we have this Arch too, so we have Arch, we can start drawing cards as well. Ceratops really showing why he is that boy. Oh, I wish it would not tap that way. God, auto tapper, please. Alright, so they've got a turn here to answer this. Do they have it? If they have a third Kaya's Wrath here. Brutal. Brutal. Would love to draw for a card, Arena. If you'd let me. Okay, well at least they burned their Thought Eraser on us. Shifting Ceratops off the top. Not quite there. Memorial's a good one to have here. Holy shit! I'm getting pissed, y'all. I'm getting real pissed. And I know it does it because it's colorless, but we gotta have more sense than that. MTG Arena developers, if you're some reason watching my video, can we do better? I know you can do better. There's got to be a way to program a little bit of common sense in this thing. So he's definitely got enough cards to flip that. Holy shit. Green. Blue. Play you. That draws us an Assassin's Trophy, which is pretty good here. I'm actually going to sack this. I'd rather save this Assassin's Trophy. Oh, baby. So close. So close. Do I let this? I think I do. That way if they get like a Liliana or something, I'm going to be killing that instead. Cry is fine. And if that's all they got, then I'll Assassin's Trophy. There's Kanta. It's still holding for him, so I don't think this is like an absorb or anything. Pass. If it does get countered, okay. I feel like they definitely would have countered that if it was a counter spell. So far exiled. Okay, another Cavalier's not terrible, but man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cavalier. Field of Ruin is not a bad draw here. Do I just play the other Cavalier? We're already at 13 cards in the deck too. So I actually play this, that way we can get double Ceratops back, so even if they board wipe us, we're good. Yeah, so I think we got this in the bag now. No lands, which is fine. Let's see what they decide to do here. Good game, opponent. So we'll eat that Mortify. I mean, yeah, we don't have to get fancy with Nexus here. We just take a Shifting Ceratops. Actually, we do get fancy with Nexus. So we swing here. We use this card that I've hated for so long as Standard, Nexus of Fate. And what do you know? We just take another attack here, and we get him dead. GG, Sultai Yarok pulling it out against Esper Control. So another dub there, climbing up Plat 2. Again, not that it matters because the season ends tomorrow. But let's go ahead and do one more game here, and we'll call it a day with Sultai Yarok. Alright, last game of the day. Ooh, against somebody in Diamond 1, Upindi. I don't know why we're playing somebody in Diamond 1. We're in Plat 2, but okay. It's a good opener, though, so we'll keep it. We get to be on the play, at least, which is great with this hand. They have fancy sleeves, so we are doomed. Upindi, why are we playing against you, bro? So let's start off with a little Temple of Mystery, and we will keep... actually, we won't bottom that because it's not a green source. We need some more green sources for this. Temple of Epiphany, so I imagine this is probably Temur Elementals. I guess we'll find out. Play this and pass the turn. Let's see what they do to us here. Sulfur Falls. Hopefully this isn't a Spell Pierce for some reason. It ain't. And that was a pretty good one to hit off of that. Scry again. And a Temple, my lady. I don't think we need that anymore, though. And we got the 3 green sources we need. We got a Risen Reef coming down. Let's play us a Risen Boy. A Shoiling Oracle, or whatever you call it, Austin. And then play this. Play a Grazer. That's why you don't play your lands until you're sure. Bam. So now he's at 2 lands and he's not missing one, and we're already at 5 with a Risen Reef down. That's value. If he doesn't have an answer for this Risen Reef, which he does because he's looking at it. Bye, Risen Reef. It was good knowing you, bud. Field of the Dead is great here. So I can field. You field that? Puns. Oof. I think I actually take this other Field of the Dead. This is too good a value. Okay, well, obviously, this man's in Diamond. He knows a good value, too. That was turn 3 on their turn. That's disgusting. So, against... I don't know if this is a Control or Temur Elementals. We're going to play like this is a Control. What? Arena, baby. What's you doing? What is that? Cerulean Drake here is actually a sneaky play because it dodges any removal they're going to have if they are... is it? That's not very good. This has... I can't quit laughing at that. Let's just bring in the Ceratops for now. And as far as what we take out here, on the draw, the Grazers, and then we'll take out these 2 Disfigures. I'll leave the 1 Grazer. Actually, let's take out a Grazer for an Assassin's Trophy just so we need a better all-around answer. Let's roll with this. Alright, game 3 against Upindi. I'm assuming this is it Control, but the Temple's what threw me off, because usually I see the Temples and think it's another thing. I hate having Nexus in this opening hand. We don't have a blue source. We do have an Elvish Rejuvenator. I'm going to keep it because it has 3 good cards, and we have the mana to play one of them at the very least that can help us get into these other ones. So let's see what we've got here. Ooh, he's down to 5. That's rough. Here was play Forest and pass the turn. Nexus is, again, next one you don't want to be drawing, really. This is more just... You're wanting to see Nexus to make sure that you don't deck yourself. Because you know what they say? Check yourself before you deck yourself. Grixis. So all my guesses were wrong. They play something like a Thief of Sanity here. Chandra. Shan's pretty good. I'd love to just find a blue source so I can play this Risen Reef. That would be the shit I do like. Instead, we find a Tamiyo, so we're try to play Field Arena. Play this and the Elvis Rejuvenator. Good news is he can probably find us one of these sources. Or not. So the other good news is here. We can maybe get Yarok down next turn if we draw a blue source, and that's neat. Duress. Takes away the Tamiyo. That is interesting. We'll take the 2 here. Oh, what did you do, baby? That's interesting. I mean, I guess we just play it, right? Would love to have haste. Boy. So they duress us again. That's interesting. Swing you here. Swing you here. I'm astounded with that trade. That's great. I'm going to hold up all the things here and then probably Field of Ruin on a source of theirs. So that resolves. I'll discard Nexus of Fate because value. In combat. Yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to shoot that while it's up, actually. Actually, you can just get another one. Let's still do this. But let's take care of their one of their black sources. I'll be looking for that blue goodness. If the opponent will ever search the library. Okay. So we'll get to Island. And now we'll pass the turn. Another Ceratops. Boy. You'd think we'd be hitting more lands right now, wouldn't you? Let's go ahead and go to attacks here. I think I hold off on the Ceratops for now. Not too worried about his Nicol Bolas, so I'm actually going to play... Play the Risen Reef to try to make sure we can hit a land so we can start hastening stuff out. I'm actually going to decline that and then draw it so that way I can still have a Assassin's Trophy held up. Next level plays. You know, great, this game. What it comes down to. This has protection from Enemy God Eternals, protection from Tyrant Scorn, protection from Big Bolas. Narset's not going to be enough to do it right now. So if he doesn't have any way of killing us instant speed here, then this game is over. See what he decides to do. Oh, bitch. That makes me a sad panda. No attacks? Do I care about that Bolas right now? It's got to have 7 to flip. He's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I still care, though. Let's kill this. I think we actually play the Yarok next turn. We can attack this Narset down to where it can't get any more activations. We're not really worried about drawing cards here. Though again, maybe, yeah, so I think we attack 2 here, because it doesn't really change your clock any. So that way he can't draw anymore. And then he's got to have one of his 3 answers be exactly, probably a Lava Coil and nothing else. That's probably the better way to do this. If, you know, he'll ever... Always taking a while to search for his lands. Maybe he doesn't have any more. I know Grixis probably doesn't play a whole bunch. Upendi, you're in Diamond, my man, so you know how this works. Okay, you didn't have one. That's all you had to tell us. You ain't got to be bashful about it. The gain of life. Let's go ahead. That holds up a green mana there. Let's haste you out. Send you there. Send you there. And he can't search for a card there. Does he have the other Lava Coil? There's one. Chandra! Okay. So he found himself an answer. He's got to do his -4 here, though. We can go attack that Chandra. Oops. That feels bad. Whew, Diamond plays. So, just like that, we're 1 game out of Plat 1. Wish the season lasted like a few more days. I'm telling you, what happened when I hit Plat 2 like a week ago, and then I went on the worst losing streak like I've ever been on, and fell all the way to the very bottom of Plat 4, so I worked my way back up here. So it's been a good run again, just a little bit too little too late. But we get that victory, and go 3-0 with the deck. Let's take a look at the deck one more time, just to show it off. This deck, like I said, this deck has been a blast. I have a best of 1 version too, because you can't use Nexus in best of 1. But Field of Yarok. Again, thank you, Jeff Hoagland, for this deck. This has been a blast to play. And I look forward to seeing more of your iterations with it, because you're kind of the man at figuring this out. I've also been using your Red Black Aristocrats list, which will be the next video. For anyone who doesn't somehow know Jeff Hoagland, whatever, however you pronounce your name, check him out, because the man's amazing. But this is the deck. This is what I got. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yarok, we didn't get to see a lot of the Yarok value there because we couldn't really draw into it much, but man, the deck overall, like Field of the Dead's is a great card, and Risen Reef's a great card, and Cavalier Thorns is a great card, and every one of you watching, you are great cards, so thank you for being great cards. I love you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.